Hello, I'm Staszewski, the founder and CEO of Zensei. In the course of the presentation, I will describe the key insights into using LoRaWAN for agriculture use cases. To give you some background about this presentation and my views, let me quickly tell you about my company. Zensei is a US startup focusing on the IoT products for agriculture and the related industries. So far, we've been mostly operating in North America and providing hardware solutions for monitoring soil conditions, irrigation systems, water usage, and localized weather conditions. Zensei ready-to-deploy products are based on LoRaWAN and the latest generation cellular wireless standards. Agriculture has some unique considerations compared to other popular Internet of Things applications. This presents serious challenges, but also great opportunities for creative and differentiated products. One key characteristic of agriculture space is its inherent fragmentation of use cases and the customer base, each calling for different types of solutions. In many geographic regions, agriculture operations are distributed over very large distances. Just getting to the fields could take hours of driving. And the terrain can be from flat fields of the California Central Valley to the hilly Pacific Northwest. Due to this remoteness, the wireless and power grid infrastructure is scarce and underserved compared to the metropolitan areas. Just getting a cellular signal in rural areas can be a significant challenge. In addition, the diverse geography results in very harsh conditions, from scorching sun in Arizona to blizzards in Canada to soaking rain in the Pacific Northwest. The devices experience whatever the calamities can be thrown at them, not to mention occasional too close encounters with tractors. At the end of the day, food production is a commodity business, where the tools have to add value and be cost-effective, as well as long-lasting. Now, let's take a look at how LoRaWAN is nearly a perfect technology for agriculture use cases. LoRaWAN has some unique features that allow it to effectively address the market fragmentation. One of these features is the flexibility of the network deployment models. There is a growing list of public LoRaWAN networks that provide paid or free access. And if such networks don't exist at the locations of interest, there is a wonderful option to bring your own network by installing and managing own gateways. Another remedy for the market fragmentation is the rich ecosystem built around the common LoRaWAN communication standard. Just like the Lego blocks, unique solutions can be quickly developed by creatively choosing from an array of different subcomponents. Additionally, quick iterations of products at smaller production scale are possible thanks to lower system development costs, helping to fill the voids in the niche markets. LoRaWAN long-range sub-gigahertz radio is a great fit for large areas remote sensor deployments. Some of Zensei customers are amazed at even 30 miles wireless range they can get. With one or more strategically positioned gateways, they can cover large area from flat plains to hilly terrain. Thanks to low power consumption of sensor nodes, long battery life reduces the expense of time-consuming trips to replace them. In Zensei products, we see batteries consistently last several years in the field. Additionally, nearly all aspects of system operation can be managed remotely via the cloud from thousands of miles away. While Zensei office is in North Texas, most of our customers are in other states or countries. The use of LoRaWAN gateways allows to create wireless hotspots in areas that are not well served by the cellular networks. I've seen instances when a customer unsuccessfully struggled to use cellular nodes under a tree canopy, when a better solution was to deploy a LoRaWAN gateway hotspot in a location with backhaul service and to locally scatter LoRaWAN nodes. Thanks to LoRaWAN centrally managed topology, nodes are free to use any gateway in the area. This makes the deployments easy to manage and expand. Even the use of third-party gateways are possible via roaming. The lack of power grid infrastructure can be solved with solar or wind power, thanks to relatively low power consumption of gateways. And the nodes use very little energy and can be powered for years with non-rechargeable batteries or small solar cells. The more complex the hardware is, the more difficult it is to design for extreme environmental conditions. There are just more failure points to deal with, from battery reliability to electronic circuit longevity. LoRaWAN reduces the complexity of the node in gateway radios, shifting the processing into the cloud software. This greatly improves the robustness of the whole system. Excellent radio performance and low power consumption in turn provide more product flexibility. For example, nodes can be installed under tree canopies away from the sun, or even buried underground, while still maintaining reliable connectivity. Thanks to its efficient use of the public ISM wireless spectrum, LoRaWAN operating costs are super low for large-scale, dense sensor deployments. One gateway can serve hundreds or even thousands of nodes over a very large area. Additionally, standards-based, competitive ecosystem drives lower prices across the board. And with lower operating costs, the system can be used all year round, collecting valuable off-season field data, which was difficult to justify before. Of course, nothing is ever perfect, and there are significant challenges to using LoRaWAN in agriculture. While for some of my customers it's a non-issue, for others the gateway infrastructure is a legitimate barrier that they are not willing to cross. It takes some level of skill set and commitment to install and maintain gateways. And the public LoRa networks are still not very widespread. Even if a public network may be available, we're still not at the same convenience levels of cellular where you can buy data plans for individual nodes. Some level of commitments are often required. While LoRaWAN is a standardized communication stack, there are still specification gaps. For example, there is no standard definition of how the individual bytes should be interpreted when they carry information from different types of sensors. So custom decoding is required before the sensor data can be used by web applications. And this issue is exacerbated by severe constraints where a packet size may be as small as 11 bytes, greatly below the needs of some sensors, requiring more complicated system integration. Zensei solves this with pre-integrated, out-of-the-box solutions that are easy to deploy. And there are additional growing pains with the quickly evolving LoRaWAN standard, where compatibility issues arise and products get obsoleted way too soon, negatively impacting the return on investment. And the ecosystem is still fragmented with lots of good products for most common use cases, such as asset tracking or simple single parameter monitoring, but with little choice for many other use cases. On top of this, there is a lot of confusion in the market between LoRa and the LoRaWAN terms. This is often being exploited by some vendors selling proprietary LoRa solutions that lock customers into their limited proprietary ecosystems. In summary, LoRaWAN is a wonderful wireless technology and ecosystem. As we have seen, it addresses the key requirements of most agriculture use cases, making it nearly a perfect fit. But there are some significant practical challenges. Most of these are the growing pains over the quickly evolving technology. I'm sure the rough edges will be polished over time. On the other hand, there is a strong argument for complementing LoRaWAN sensor system with cellular or satellite nodes to provide uniform and consistent connectivity for those specific situations where LoRaWAN just might not be the best choice. I hope you found this presentation informative. Thank you for listening.